Hi Leo, how are you? Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot for those of you that are returning, and for those of you who are new, thank you, and I'm glad you decided to join me today for this. So this is going to be a reading for Leo for the month of September 2022. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus. Remember that not every message is for you, but take what does resonate, leave the rest behind. Apply reversals as needed as well. This may be for a cross watcher, so you never know, right? All right, guys, so for September, I've already asked my spirit guides and angels to join us today. So let's see what is in store for Leo. And guys, if you have not yet liked or subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do so. You're going to get notifications every time a new video is uploaded, and it's a great way to give thanks for the messages that you're receiving, as it helps support the channel and gets it circulating to everybody else. So, all right, let's get you guys some cards. These are going to be your mantras or affirmations of healing for the month of September for Leo. I've got to have my coffee this morning. It's early, and was out of coffee at home. Had to stop and get some Dunkin' Donuts. So, all right. Gotta have that fuel to keep me going. All right, for Leo, please, Spirit. What does Leo need to know for the month of September, Spirit? What does Leo need to know for the month of September? What does Leo need to know for the month of September? All right, guys. Whew. Whoa, what a way to start. Holy Toledo. Okay, so rewiring the nervous system is the first. I find strength in surviving my traumas. I was shooting for 2, but Spirit gave me 3, and then the underlying. Sharing shame. When I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. And transforming tragedy. Loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. The underlying is asking for angelic support. My angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel. Guys, to me, this right off the bat is telling me that there's an understanding that change has got to occur. Whether you are in the middle of this change for some of you, whether this change is just now beginning to take shape, it's like reflecting back upon things that may be from childhood, things that may be from the last couple of years, things that may have happened, just a few months ago. That understanding that, the pain that we endure, the upsets, the upheaval, we get to transmute that pain into something greater beyond us, or we get to live in that and choose, karmic cycles that are not rewarding to our soul's purpose and soul's growth. To me, it's as if you may have sat in these traumas and these pains and this hurt for so long, and through that you may have been blocking many things, successes in your life, living in a state of fear, ignoring the changes that needed to be made, creating multiple tower moments moving forward. When it says, I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. Sharing shame. The things that we have done in life that maybe not have been serving of our greater good, we still have to step up and take accountability and responsibility. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Brené Brown. She is a researcher for guilt, shame, vulnerability. I have preached her words to many people in the years that I've been doing this. She is amazing, and she teaches us that we all have done things that we feel shame or guilt for, but there's a need to be vulnerable with ourselves and with the world around us in safe spaces, right? And when you are acknowledging your pain and your grief, we're able to release any shame that's tied to the things that we've endured along the way, or decisions that we've made that have not served our greater good. And then it says, loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. Transforming tragedy. Again, going back to that, finding strength in my traumas. What are you doing with the losses you've sustained? What are you doing with the pain that you have endured? And asking for angelic support. My angels respond when I'm open and authentic about how I feel. you have to be open to change. You have to be open to asking for support. It's not our angels' jobs. It's not our guides, spirits' job to come in and intervene on our behalf. It is their job to be there when we need them the most, and it's our job to reach out to them and asking for guidance and support as well. So if you've not done that and you feel like you're in a space that's what you need to do, then I absolutely encourage you to do that. That's what they're there for. If we're, the adage that when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When you're ready to receive this help and guidance, your angels are going to be there to help you through that. So, but you've got to be open and receptive to that as well. All right, get you 2 cards from Wisdom of the Night Oracle. See what comes out here, and then we'll jump into your spread. 2 cards for Leo, please. 2 cards for Leo. 2 cards for Leo. I have a harder time shuffling some of these larger cards. My hands are A, are tiny, and then B, I sustained a hand injury a few months ago, and it makes it hard for me to grab a hold of stuff. High Priestess of Spirit, in conclusion. Invisible, yeah. I feel like you were cutting yourself off from maybe wrapping things up, moving out of a space of time that wasn't fulfilling to you. High Priestess of Spirit, again, you're being asked to put your faith in something beyond where you are at in this physical 3D realm. Spirit is there for you. They want to help you end some cycles. They want you to start a new beginning. But again, you have to be open to that change. You have to be willing to close that chapter and start anew. So I really feel like for a lot of you Leos right now, you could be being asked to start anew, to putting faith elsewhere. You need to listen. You really need to listen and be aware. I don't know why palmistry is coming up. And if some of you maybe have recently had your palms read, understanding your life's path, your life's purpose, how long is the lifeline, things to that nature. Your guides are very much with you. 3 or 4, particularly 3 stick out to me. So you may have 3 people around you that have passed over that are trying to communicate with you, trying to reach out to you. But I feel like you've been in a state of sleep for some time, that you're not listening. So if you haven't been listening, all of a sudden you're seeing things that are very very much in your face types of signs of synchronicities. There's a reason for that, so pay attention to that. All right, this is going to be for Leo, Spirit. For Leo, I'm using the Psych deck, which is a very unique deck. It's not tarot, it's not oracle. To me, it's its own little thing. Hearing trials and tribulations of the past. To me, this is past energy. Trials and tribulations of the past. I feel like you felt victorious for a while in certain areas of life, but then I feel like something came in that it may have been a situation. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, sorry. My kiddo is home today, so, or she's with me today, so it's been, it's a little, if you hear background noise, my apologies. Anyhow, it's back to Spirit's message. I apologize for that. So, to me, it's like, again, you've gotten to a place where you feel really good about certain things, but I feel like something's coming in, and I hate to always use the word triggering, but it feels like it's a triggering energy. Like, it's almost like someone spits on your shoe at school. Like, kids being kids, like they spit on your shoe at school, and you're just like, why would you do that? And it's about how you're reacting to things. It's about how you're responding to the situations around you. And that may be triggering you, taking you back into some old past situations. To me, this may be karmic cycles. But it's like, what are you going to do with those situations as they come up? Are you going to respond? Or are you going to react? Have you learned things from the past? Are your eyes open to that change that has occurred? For some of you, I do feel like this is a family dynamic where there may have been some tumultuous relationships within family situations as well. It's about the stability of where you came from. Like, I always feel like you always felt like that space was on its last leg on a continuous basis. But it's again, when we become adults and we become aware of what is right and wrong, good, bad, light and dark, good and evil, whatever you want to call it, we then have the decisions to make if we're going to stand on all fours. Like if we're going to put our 4 foundation pillars into the ground, like the 4 of Wands, and we're going to create something that is new for us. And to me, for some of you, it's a struggle to step outside of that. And this very much feels like, I hate to put roles, male or female, but to me, this is very much male-related situations in your life, or maybe you felt like you couldn't trust them, where they were constantly juggling situations around you. And it created chaos in your life. It created you learning how to constantly feel the need to strategize certain things in order to get to where you wanted to be. You may be seeing recurrent situations from the past that are popping up, asking you, have you learned? Do you feel stable? Do you feel grounded? Do you feel emotionally connected? Because I don't really feel there's a whole lot of emotional connection there. It's just been a fight for survival, maybe to some degree, for some of you. All right, let's continue on here. I don't even feel like I need to clarify that line whatsoever. You may have had somebody come back around, excuse me, from the past, is trying to start a new cycle with you, but it's not working out. It's not panning out, where you may have actually been apprehensive in the beginning, and asking yourself, again, this could be you or them, being apprehensive about the situation, but trying to start up something new, but it feels like a false start to me. All right. Let's see. Oh, this is a big family dynamic here to me. So I am going to clarify these two here. To me, there's a lot of reflecting, a lot of trying to understand you. I feel like you also are aware that these wounds, these traumas that you're trying to find the strength to survive in all this time does go back to family situations at a younger age. And there maybe always felt like you were on your own, you were left alone. The need to fight for survival. There could have been a lot of arguing and bickering, a lot of parental battles around you between mom and dad, that affected your ability to see your self-worth. So, very interesting. Let's clarify here. Queen of Cups. Again, I hate to attach roles like male, female, whatever. But for some of you, this may have been a situation with a female parent, or a parental type role in your life. It doesn't have to be a parent, but definitely a feminine energy, that it was always trusting the fact that the truth would be told. So if you had a male figure in your life or a masculine energy in your life that wasn't truthful, played games, was deceitful in any sense, that may have really affected your ability to be in your masculine energy moving forward. The female role tried to be very nurturing, tried to be truthful and stable, and you may see that. You may have had, and I'm going to put this out there for the male Leos, which I typically wouldn't do, but I'm going to do this because this is what Spirit's given me. For males, you may have had a female come into your life that was nurturing and stable and brutally honest with you. You may not have known what to do with that. And in return, this was a triggered trauma that came back up, and either you were ready to heal that or you were not. Very interesting to me how this plays out, because to me, this may not resonate for all. I'm sure this won't resonate for all of you, but for this particular message, this is going to hit home for somebody very much. Like you have been hiding away from the pain for so long to get past. It's like, pushing it down, swallowing the pain, swallowing the situation, swallowing all of it. But these females, or the nurturer, it doesn't have to be a female, this nurturer, whoever this nurturer is, came into your life to show you what it was to be honest, truthful, and authentic. And what I find to be interesting in that is, I go back to this asking for angelic support. It says, my angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel. These were your earthly angels that came into your life. These caring, nurturing, stable, honest people, male or female, whoever that nurturer was, they are your angels on this earth. They came to you to help guide you through this pain, that you've endured, for you, waiting for you to be open and honest. And I don't feel like for some of you that you've wanted to open up to that capacity. Leo, you may be the nurturer here, and this may be somebody else that you're dealing with, you know, or maybe somebody is dealing with you and you're in the space of trying to cruise through those traumas and just subdue the pain and the healing that needs to occur through the situation. Be open to it. Be open and receptive to that change. Find the strength, because you, again, this female, you've got underneath that the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, the Strength card. This nurturer, and for some of you, this is your divine counterpart. This may be twin flame. You've got the Ace of Swords, the Emperor, the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and Strength underneath all of those. And to me, they've tried to pull you out of this. You may be trying to pull somebody out of this. Again, reverse the roles as it applies. But they tried to bring together this stable space, a new beginning, a new stable foundation. They may have had to carry a lot of strength to get through the situation with you. A lot of courage. It takes courage to be in that space, to be so open and raw and vulnerable that you're willing to help somebody else out to get them to that space as well. You were given a divine gift. I've got chills. You were given a divine gift. Don't squander it. Not everybody is given those gifts in this lifetime. So I've got Taurus and Scorpio here on the board with the cards, with the tarot cards that I've got. So we've got the full. I felt like some of you walked into things with this person. I feel like in due time, others of you may have walked away. So let's see. You guys may be starting, you're blocking. Somebody is blocking their peace. They're blocking, they're stuck between choices. It's like having the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. Which one are you going to listen to? If you would just listen to the words of wisdom, is what Spirit's given me. You have to learn to work with your angelic beings. They want to come in, they want to guide you, they want to help you. And, you know, and I feel like you manifested this. They're like, you knew, you had this clear picture of how it was that you wanted to move into that with this particular person. The magician and the sage, to me, are very similar, right? Manifesting wisdom, knowledge, that kind of thing. Kind of also reminds me of the Hierophant. And then you've got the Six of Swords, moving away from it. Work underneath the other deck that I've got here. Failing to work with that, moving away from what works just because you were indecisive and confused about what it is that you needed to do based upon situations of the past. I want to say close the book on the past and move forward into a new beginning. You get to write your own story in this lifetime. So let's clarify the sage. Yeah, you were the words of wisdom, the things that they were giving you, what they were trying to teach you. You weren't hearing what they had to say. You weren't listening to what was going on. So let's see here. I apologize for the background noise. All right, let's see. We've got the Four of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. I feel like very stubbornly you had made a clear decision that you could do this on your own. This is how you were going to do this, and it's almost like watch me. But I don't feel that was coming from the right space. But then on the flip side of that, I also get somebody who is going, if you're not going to tune into me, if you're going to turn away and you're going to look the other direction, then I'm going to turn away and I'm going to go into my own stable direction. I'm getting clarity on what this needs to be. So for you, Leo, this could be you that was walking away from a situation, stepping into your own space of understanding and new beginnings. And for some of you, you may have been walked away from. We also had the Fool on the deck, or on the table with that, clarifying the Sun. This situation has brought enlightenment, is bringing enlightenment to you. This is my card of you, whoever I'm reading for. So, if you've tuned into this message, we always come into things just as we need to. This is about you learning how to work with, illuminating what didn't work or how to work with this person, understanding, even though I don't have the Three of Cups or the community card or anything like that on the table, this is very much you trying to understand that you need to bring this together in order to heal this situation. Again, the Wheel on the bottom of the deck, a lot of forward changes, a lot of forward movement. Knight of Cups, healing, Four of Swords, the card of Taurus is very prominent in this reading. So, you may have, your Leo or your your Taurus. You may have Taurus, a lot of Taurus or earth energy in your chart as well. A lot of cups, a lot of swords. Well, a lot of swords and a lot of earth energy as well. So pay attention to those placements as well in your birth chart. Knight of Cups, Four of Swords, the Hierophant. Again, traditionally learning, trying to find a more balanced way to handle this. Like understanding that you do have love for a situation, but you're not knowing what to do with that. And it's like, how do I strike a balance? How do I strike a normal? How do I understand it? But it's also like some of you are coming into and understanding this higher knowledge of, the role that you play. You may be sitting in loss and regret. You or the person you're dealing with may have tried to get away with a lot of shit in the past. You have the star energy with the moon energy, Aquarius and Cancerian energy there, Two of Pentacles. What's gonna bring me balance, bring me light, bring me happiness and the stable foundations. But whenever you're trying to sneak away and walk away with that Seven of Swords, it's turned into loss and regret. So if you were trying to get away with something, or you were dealing with somebody who was trying to get away with something, a loss is either coming or it's already come, because this energy of this manipulation of the situation, it doesn't hold up. It's a false foundation, right? All right, one more card here. Communication and endings. You understand the Tower, Death, and the Message. Communication coming in, understanding that what you got caught up in the past was not serving of you or the people around you or the situations around you. To me, this is it could be a family dynamic. You may have sustained a loss of a family situation. For some of you, you may have lost a loved one or something to that effect as well. Tower and Death. It's time for a change. It's time for some serious transformational energy. You're also going to have to transform the way you communicate with this person, because the way you've intended it to be in the past didn't work. And we know if things don't work, then we have to change. The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over again, expecting a different result. It doesn't work that way. So, you may have gotten caught up in the idea that it just... of how you thought you could get away with things or do things, and it's not working out the way that you thought that it would. It's being illuminated. But I also feel like you're walking towards this. So this may be a new beginning with someone from the past. This may be walking into the fire to get clarity so that you can move forward and close this chapter out. Okay, and clarify that. Seven of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot. You may feel like, and then the King of Wands underneath that, some Sag, some more Cancerian energy. You may have felt like you have to defend your space or whatever, you have to stand your ground and you have to stand in your strength. And yes, you can stand on your own and do things. You know that you have to make forward movement in an internal process to make change in your life. Again, another card of communication, moving into something that serves your higher good, walking away from the past, victory and success, fast coming communication, also a card of travel. You may be traveling to see somebody. You may be somebody that you feel holds your Ten of Cups, right? I mean, we always have the Ten of Cups within us, but, we add someone else to that. It's also very comforting. But this person, to me, it's almost like they've been longing or waiting for you to turn it around. Your angelic beings, your gifted angels here on earth, they're waiting. They're waiting for you to change all the things that did not work. I'm not saying that they don't have a hand in it too, but it's up to you to make those decisions and make those changes as well. And you need to clear up the past and address what needs to be addressed so that you can move forward into the next chapter. You get to write it. How are you going to do it? Take credence in, you've got these angels. You've got this support from spirit around you. Utilize that. Loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. Don't be in victim mode of this, these losses from the past. Transmute them, transform them, transform yourself. All right, so let's get you guys a couple cards of advice, and then we're going to close this out. Woo, that's a definite one. Against the grain. Stop resisting. Stop resisting the change. Yes, you don't have to necessarily follow traditions to live a good life. I personally, I just do things my own way. That's just me. It's Scorpio in me. But, you know, you cannot keep going back to the past. Like, I feel like some of you are seeking to go back to the past because there's some type of peace in the pain there somehow. But it's time to turn that around. After the storm, you're gonna end up creating yourself some tower moments if you don't turn yourself around and go the other direction, basically. You know, again, things have been illuminated. You've gained wisdom and insight. You want to make sure that you're utilizing that for your highest good moving forward. And to me, that's a restart after the storm. Number one, a restart. One more card of advice, please, Spirit. One more card of advice. All right, well, we're going to take these two, I guess. Visions of life beyond death. And then in the world, not of the world. So for some of you, this loss that occurred, heaven sent. If you have, you know, like I said earlier in the reading, I got prominently 3 particular people in the passing. Because I do mediumship work quite frequently. 3 particular people. For some of you, this A is a grandmother for one. And then it breaks my heart. For some of you, this may have also been a child. But again, these angels, these guides are around you. They're coming to you with ancestral wisdom. Whether it is, hey, I did these things, don't repeat these cycles. Hey, you know in your soul's, you know, the feelings of your soul's purpose, this is not serving you anymore. It is time to move forward into a greater light, to be accepting of your responsibility. So what you screwed up, you make peace with it, right? You make peace with it. You come to an acceptance of it. You own your shit, and you move forward into the light. In the world, not of the world. Again, this is telling me that your angels are around you. They're not in this. You have angels here in the physical realm. These people that have come in to nurture you and love you and give you support in your time of need, you know, of healing these traumas and triggers. You're being loved. You're being guided and you're being supported, and I feel like they're trying to carry you into this flow, allowing your emotions to open, letting the floodgates of those emotions open. I feel like I've got some Pisces energy here as well. They're trying to let you dance, trying to let you live into this life, and heaven sent. Again, they've come back around. They've come back around to guide you. So you may be having dreams of people that have passed away that are close to you, were close to you. Know that they're always with you for starters. And if they're coming in to guide you, for God's sakes, listen. Please listen. They have a knowledge outside of our 3D world that we don't carry except for within our intuition and to hear them, right? So trust it. They are at peace and they're trying to bring you peace. They're a gift, 3-3. They are being gifted to you to clear up this past situation, these past situations that may have evolved from childhood. And I think that over time you've seen them play out in your relationships with friends, family, lovers, your children, work, whatever. This to me is a universal message in all aspects of life, not just in love, but work and other things. It's time to learn how to trust. It's learning not to cut yourself off. It's learning not to manipulate things anymore. Allow the past to clear up so that you can move forward. You are divinely guided. Your angels are here. So guys, if this video resonates for you, please hit that like button. It helps support the channel. It knows that my messages to you are coming through as they need to. Hit that subscribe button if you have not done so yet. It's a great way to keep in the loop of what's going on the channel and all the different things that are coming up in the future. I wish you all a wonderful September. I'm sending you lots of love and prayers of healing. Allow your angels to come in and guide you. It'll be the best thing you can do for yourself. Sending you all my love. Take care. Bye-bye.